Morning, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's good. It's a bit windy. I hope you can hear me. Just a bit of a boring vlog today really, so don't turn off. Do keep watching, you might like it. Just a bit of an update on the channel, what we've been doing. I have been quiet recently. By the time you see this, you should get another Corfu vlog out, which will probably be the Greek night at the Barras, which I hope you enjoy. Lots of dancing, cavorting, drinking, that kind of thing. Always a good evening. So if you've not watched that, please do. I'm just out and about in the neighbourhood with the dog, as you've seen. Just going on a bit of a walk before work. I have been quiet recently, so I thought I'd just jump on and tell you what's been going on. So yeah, we got back from Corfu, had a great holiday, and then I fell ill. So I think, and I only think because I don't test for these things, but I think I had COVID. I was tired on holiday, and when I last had COVID, the one time I did test because I had to for work, and it came up positive, I had this thumping headache. All it was really was a thumping headache, and I was so tired. Guess what? Same symptoms. So I was really tired in Corfu. I just put it down to my mum sort of passing away, you know, everything getting on top of me. Being busy with work, etc. But it wasn't, I think when I came back, it came out properly. I was absolutely sideswiped. I did go to work. I didn't miss any work at all, and I don't know how I did it. We were in Manchester doing a drive day with work, you know, sales blitz. And oh my lord, I don't know how I got through that day. It was a long day. I had to set off about 7:30 in the morning. I didn't get back until 7 at night. Walking around on my feet most of the day. Not good. So yeah, that's the first problem I've had. I've had COVID. My sense of taste went as well. So everything, I don't know if any, put the comments in the comments down below if you've had this. Everything tasted of vinegar. So ketchup and mustard. Wow, it was like the sourest thing you've ever tasted. It was just bizarre. This little path we're on is the old greenway, the old railway line now. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll have seen I normally go the other way, but I'm going this way today for a change because I'm a bit fed up when I walk the dog. I've seen the same things and the same people, so I've come this way. He's loving it. This, up to about 4 or 5 years ago, used to all be like a dirt track. And it was lovely, it was very authentic, it was, you know, how nature wanted it, but you couldn't use it in winter, it was just like a bog. But now it gets cyclists, it gets walkers, runners. It's a really good addition to the local sort of scene. Yeah, and the other thing is, I've just been so busy with work. We've launched a new product, a new beer at work, and it's just gone mental. We were told September was going to be very busy. It has been. We've been, you know, focusing on that. I went to an amazing night in Manchester last week for the Tim Bacon, I think it is, Dream the Impossible. He was a guy who was a leading hospitality mogul, and he got taken away by a melanoma a few years ago. So it's to raise money for that. But you had a meal in a sort of a restaurant first. Then you all went to the Albert Hall in Manchester, which by the way is a superb venue. So we did the Albert Hall, and it was crazy. It was like fire eaters. There was like a brass band playing Ibiza tunes. There was things falling from the ceiling, you know, ticker tape and all that. And then to cap it all off, Denise Van Houten, try and say it with me properly, Denise Van Houten was DJing. So it was really good. I'll pop a picture up of Denise now that I took on the night. I was that close to her. Definitely worth being that close to her, she's lovely. So yeah, that was a good night. So, but again, Thursday, Friday and probably Saturday were wiped out. So not good, it's been really busy. They've got these all over the greenway, look, so you can see sort of where we are. So we're down here, there's the school, we live just there, but normally I go that way. Yeah, but quite a lot of good information there. Look, you've got the castle. That was something from the 1400s, I believe. That's all that's left of it, is just that little stack there. So I'm just coming up now to the motorway bridge that goes over the M1. This is known as Lofthouse Interchange. So if you're a driver, you'll know this junction. There's always a bit on here that's on the start of, I think it's traffic cops. So I'll show you that up here. But yeah, I'll turn you around. So this is where all the motorways meet. Oh yeah, you've got sort of M1, M62. They all join up here, and this is the view from obviously the side that you don't see if you're driving. I hope you can hear me, it is noisy. You can really hear the motorway noise, can't you? Really busy M1 northbound there, queuing. There is some roadworks, I think, further up just on the outskirts of Leeds, about a couple of miles away, so I think that's why it's a bit slow on the back of the morning rush hour. But I'm just getting to this bit now that's on the start of the traffic cops thing that's on Channel 5, I think, so I'll show you that. So yeah, this is the bit that's on the start here. It shows you this. I think it does like a time lapse or a hyperlapse film from this very spot here. You often get the local news people up here, you know, if there's been an accident or they're talking about the roads or whatever. You get like sort of Look North and the Calendar region. They come and bring their news reporter up here, and he often broadcasts from this very spot. I actually think it's going to throw it down. Me and him have got about a 20-minute walk to get home yet, so it's coming from that direction. We've had some shocking weather this last week. In Manchester it's never stopped raining. Here in Leeds we've kind of had it bad, but not as bad as Manchester. Look at that there, the old substation. Yeah, a few of them round here, and I think it is just starting to rain. Crikey. Thing is, there's absolutely zero shelter around here either. It's nowhere I can go, so it does look bleak up there. I think it's going to come down. Is this? I don't mind a shower, but not when it's hammering it down. Anyway, then I did a crazy walk with work. I'll stick a couple of the photos up now for you. 15 miles along the canals in Manchester, from Middleton, which is like Oldham way, all the way over to Sale. So if you're from that neck of the woods, you probably appreciate the distance. It was billed as an ale trail, but I had to drive. And let's just say, when I'd done the walk, got back to work and then drove back to Leeds, wow, did I feel it. So they had to peel me out of the car. So anyway, I just got over the old Lurgy, and I had to go embark on that because I'd promised it, you know, that I'd do it. So thanks to those who sponsored me, it means the world. I didn't have to raise a lot. It was part of a group effort. I think we've raised just shy of 10 grand, and it's helping homeless people in Manchester. So thank you, and good effort, folks. So we then had to clean out my mum's flat. So we've been putting this off and putting it off, but we've done little bits. We've put stuff in the car on a couple of weekends, done a couple of tip runs, but you can only get what you can get in. Things like beds, cupboards aren't going to go in a car, are they? So we hired a van at the weekend. It took us all day. Massive shout out to the boy who helped and grafted all day long. We gave him 25 quid for doing it, but he got it done. I've just shown you there, that there is our old house. So number one, still got our sign on the front and our light on the front that I put up. Yeah, with many happy times there. I wish we still lived there in a way. They've made some alterations. They've done the side, look. You see there, all that was grass. That there, that shed thing in the garden was where my decking was, and they built that. So I always try not to look at it, because it was kind of like my dream home, you know. It won't mean a lot to some people, but we worked hard to get there, and then unfortunately I lost my job, and it meant we didn't lose the house, but we couldn't afford to live there. I was in a bit of a wilderness for a while, and it's not really changed around here. This is a lovely big house here. That orange TT's been there forever. Probably 2009 I think we moved in, and they moved in at the same time, so they're approaching 20 years, aren't they? But nice estate. So it's kind of a lot of memories up here. Some bad ones as well. Spent a very bad winter in that house when I didn't have a job. I think I lost my job sort of October time around Halloween, and I didn't get back in employment until February, and when I did, it wasn't the best job and it was hardly paid anything, but I had to just get something. But yeah, I remember walking down here to get the bus to the job centre down this little street here. Not great. Just sheltering under this tree for a bit. So yeah, we're off to Brid. We've got a chalet booked again in our usual place. I'm going to take you along with us. We only booked it because we saw it was Mackis, which is the name of the club house that's on the Caravan chalet site. They're having an indie stroke 90s weekend, so I think Friday night's an indie guitarist doing indie tunes, and then on Friday there's some dance music in the main bar. So we're going to go along, going to take you with us. We'll have some fish and chips and we'll see what we get up to. And then after that we've got Zakynthos. So we're going for a cheeky week, middle of October. It's about 10 days before the resort really closes down and the tour operators stop going, so we don't know what's open, we don't know what we're going to encounter, we don't know what the weather's going to be like, but we're going to take you along. It might be a bit of a different holiday to what we normally have, but look, as long as the bar's open, as long as some of the tavernas are open, we won't go hungry, I'm sure, and we're going to have a good time. So that's coming up, that's sort of middle of October, and then we've got 2 more Bridlington trips. So we're missing Scooter Weekend, which I'm gutted about, because Scooter Weekend is when we're in Zante. But then we're just going for the Halloween weekend. We're not really getting involved in it at Mackis. I think Ken's might dress up a little bit, but we had a really good time in there a couple of years ago when we went. It was good. So we're going to go there. And then we're going middle of November, which is basically my birthday weekend away. So it should be their closing party, which should be a good weekend. So yeah, they shut at the end of November, but they tend to do like a big sort of finale where the entertainment stops. They have like a bit of a disco, they usually do a buffet, and it's normally around that weekend of the 15th, something like that. So we're going on that, and that's about it, what we've got coming up really. So lucky to have all these fields here. We sort of are semi-rural out here. I remember one day in that winter, one night, it was about, I think it was December, I remember the darts was on, and I think I'd been to the job centre, I'd met my mum, bless her, and she'd given me a few quid, and we were desperate for fish and chips. And the problem we had with living up there was we had no car, obviously, because it was a company car and I'd lost my job. So one day I decided, sorry, I had an itch then. One day I decided I was going to walk this night, so 4:30 I set off right down this hill into the chippy, got the fish and chips, walked straight back. Now it's not a short walk, it's probably a good mile in each direction, but luckily in the chippy they cooked them to order, so they were fresh, red hot. So by the time I got them home they were perfectly fine, and we enjoyed fish and chips. But always think about that on this road. I had a quick look at the weather forecast for Bridlington for the weekend. I know it's 4 days off. It didn't look great for this weekend, so we're lucky usually. We normally have if it's not sunny, it's usually dry, but I don't know, we'll have to see. So I'm just going to finish off the walk up here, Milner Lane. I like it up here. Lots of little cottages. This is where the old pit was. Well, the pit was there. Just the other side of those bushes where those houses are, but this was sort of part of it. Look at that there, you can see a ventilation shaft hidden in the bushes. God, the sun's bright. So I think I'm about to run out of battery on this camera. Like I say, it was a bit impromptu was this, I just did it. So I wanted to update you. I've had a lot of messages, I've had a lot of questions asking how I am and what's been happening and everything else. So I just thought I'd put out this little vlog. I know it's not exciting. If you can like it, give it the thumbs up. It means the world. Like I say, we have got quite a lot coming up these next few weeks to show you should be interesting. There's also a new button apparently on YouTube called hype. Please hit the hype button as well as the thumbs up. Apparently it's only active for the first 7 days after I post a video, but it pushes it out to other people, so it lets them see it now. I've not seen this yet, but I'll give it a go on somebody else's vlog later. But that's all it was today, folks. Just a quick update as to what's been going on. Life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? But thanks for watching. Thanks if you have subscribed. It's totally free subscribing. It's not like Netflix or buying a magazine or something like that. Totally free. You just have to click subscribe, then click the little bell and click where it says all. God, I'm knackered after that. He's dragged me up this hill. And that's it. So hopefully I'll get this one out by the end of this week. Probably go out on, might do this one tomorrow and then another Corfu one for Friday night or Saturday morning this week. So bear with me, I will catch up. I will have a lull in work, I've no doubt, when I can have some time to myself. But a couple of busy days now ahead of going to Brid. Catch you later.